Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Welcome to Sunday's RuneScape League reveal, where we have 2 more relics released and what they're going to offer to the game. Now, if you guys have been enjoying the videos, please make sure to leave me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and again, let me know in the comment section what you think about these 2 relics down below. Now, if you haven't seen any additional content we've put out over the weekend, I'll make sure there's videos in the corner and in the description as well. You guys go and check out, which I think you guys will enjoy, and I'll also include one of the early relic videos we've done. Ever since they've been released every day, we've been managing to pump out a video going over them every single day, all the way up leading to the league's release. So without further ado, let's go and jump into it and let's see what relics we've got revealed for today. So today we are going to have Icyenic Faith and the Animal Wrangler. Animal Wrangler actually was in the Yama leagues and was very strong in one of the ones I actually went to go and use and was a big fan of as well. Now, my first thing about this is whether Hunters is relevant in RuneScape 3 as it was compared to the 07 leagues. 07 leagues with Baltimore and the kind of Hunter guild and stuff like that was a little bit strong and was really good to go and chase and to get quite a quick 99. So, in terms of the RuneScape 3 version, Animal Wrangler is going to bank fish automatically when fishing and Hunter loot when hunting. This can be toggleable if you do want to have it come into your inventory. When capturing hunter creatures or fishing, there is a 2% chance to receive a random farm animal sent to your bank, which that's actually pretty big because some of the chinchompas especially are really good for player and farms, and if you were to get a breeding pair or a selection of breeding pairs for player and farm, 120 farming then is pretty much free. It's pretty much easy if you can go and get sort of player and farms going. When gaining a bonus baby animal from this relic, you can instead receive an anachrony dinosaur from animal instead, and again this is toggleable. So basically what it means there is if you're going to get a animal, you can convert it to dinosaurs, which again, getting your dinosaur farm started is quite a tricky thing, and the fact that Animal Wrangler could possibly get that quite early could also be really good. Again, a lot of attention on farming. So yesterday we had something to do with farming, which was really good in terms of passive effect, the fact that it will grow 5 times quicker. We have a really strong farming relic, but also having Animal Wrangler kind of rightly go after the player and farm animals is very good. When capturing fish, capturing hunter creatures, or harvesting farm animals, there is a 33% chance to obtain a random clean herb or herb tree or fruit tree seed sent to your bank. So again, that is going to be a really nice passive, especially when you're catching fish or hunter creatures. That is going to be such a substantial amount of seeds, again, pretty much looking after farming as well. Farm animals will always have 100% stats and never get hungry, which is nice because it takes out the need to go and get items to feed your animals. That is a really nice perk actually, because if you've done player on farms before, the upkeep to keep your animals fed, especially if you're doing things like mushrooms or certain types of animals which require quite high maintenance food, it's a really nice thing. Hunter catch is changed to 100%, so you will not miss a chance to catch anything. Buyers always pay the highest amount of beans for sold animals regardless of age or disease, which is very nice as well actually. You'll be able to get beans very quick. Beans are quite important for a lot of things. Hunter loot quantity is increased by 5 times. Hunter traps track creatures faster. Hunter marks are increased by 5 times, and fishing no longer requires bait. Always catch an additional fish as well. Anachronia and Haven Hive big game hunter creatures no longer require bait and are twice as slow to catch you. Again, very nice. Spirit moths give you 10 times of a charm. So if your charms don't come in quick enough from monsters, bosses, slayer monsters, you can go and do charm moths, which would be very good and a really good way to rack up a lot of charms very quickly. And then finally, farm animals are 20 times more common from their sources as well. So this originally, when I first saw this, I thought it wasn't as strong as what I hoped it would be. However, going through all those points, that seems really good. Like, it really focuses on farming and fishing, which are the 2 key skills as well. But there's a lot of advantage here if you're someone who's looking to farm and also do a significant amount of herbs as well. Like, there's a lot of things in here which you're going to get quite a lot of resources from. Now, this is not going to be the same relic level as what the Faith one will be. I think the Wrangler one will be tier 2 and go up against some of the things we saw the other day, like the superheated one and also the Herblore one. It's a big choice really between the 2. So I'm looking more and more forward to the fact we can see what tiers all these relics are and what choices you're going to make between this and different tiers. But I do think this is a really solid choice. I think this could definitely appeal to a lot of players. My only worry would be, especially with Hunter nowadays, is spots. Are you going to be competing for a lot of spots? Are you really going to get the pure value from this as well? I suppose it depends like what you're going to tie in between Relic 1, because if you're going to go for like decent tools and stuff, this will be very strong with fishing as well. But you need to make sure that your other skills are covered as well. The nice thing with the Animal Wrangler as well is that It's going to cover farming, which will inevitably cover herb lore. So it can tie into those two as well, which is really nice actually. So let me know what you think about this. I definitely think it's going to be a tier 2 relic. After tier 1, this is going to be one of the ones you can pick from. And as someone who used it in old school in Yama, it was very, very good. Hunter has a nice bonus. Maybe things like implings or some of the content which is around for Hunter, which we don't really look at much anymore, could still benefit massively from this as well. So the second one we're going to look at today is going to be Icyenic Faith. Now this is going to be a big one, and the reason why I think this is not going to be the same level as an Animal Wrangler is because it is very overpowered. This will be one of the later relics you would pick once you've sort of gone up, whereas Animal Wrangler is quite typically a tier 2 relic in my opinion. Let me know if you guys think different. So Icyenic Faith is going to grant you the Tome of Icene. So when this is worn, the tome is going to provide plus 50 prayer bonus, which is absolutely massive. That is crazy how much prayer bonus that is. And from this, you're going to gain 0.2 critical strike chance per 1 prayer bonus you have. So not only the plus 50 bonus is already going to give you 10% critical strike chance, you're also going to have whatever additional prayer items you've got. You got to think that Initiate and Proselyte aren't that hard to get if you've got that area selected for quest. Also for like clues and stuff, you have all the robes and all that kind of armor for prayer bonus as well. RD Cape is pretty good prayer bonus, so if you're someone who's going to tie in a very big prayer build, and again that was one of the things in the armor leagues as well, it could be a massive strike chance as well. This does seem very strong. Not only that as well, protection prayers and deflect curses block plus 50% for damage, and then protection prayers and deflect curses act as soul split being active. So I would say as well, we've talked a bit about it with the combat passives as well, is that I do think this Faith one is a really good one for anyone trying to learn bosses, learn mechanics, because the fact you're going to have soul splits act while you've got protection prayers is going to be really nice. And I do think as well that critical strike damage is going to be incredible if you go for like a Zamorak build, where you've got the accuracy as well. This combined with that could be some really strong combat. And this is the improvement which we wanted to see from the first leagues, is there is an essence of a couple of these relics, as also the combat blessings and passives. There seems to be things you could tie together which will make a very, very strong combat build, which is what we wanted really. The skilling side always seems to be knocked out of the park and really well thought out and structured. It was always the combat stuff which seemed to be lacking as well. So protection prayers and deflect curses blocking plus 50% of damage, which should mean that they do 100% because they do 50% already, which is nice. And then the fact you're going to get soul split as well just means that if you're trying to learn phases and bosses and just try and like get around those kind of boss situations, it could be a really, really good thing to do. But like I mentioned a little while before as well, these will completely be different tiers of relics. Yes, we're getting the reveals on all different relics, but what we need to see towards probably the end of next week is the structure of what tiers all the relics are going to be. And then we can have a massive discussion about that and how we'd move going forward and which ones I'd look to be picking. Because these two, yes, they are great relics. Again, I think there might be one or two here I'm going to pick, but I need to see what it's compared against. That's going to be the big question with all these videos. Yes, we can talk through which ones are good, what we think about them, and what we think we're going to do in terms of choosing them. Until you see what they're compared to in the kind of flowchart you can have between which ones are going to benefit each relic, we've got to wait till that as well. However, really impressed with these. I do think these are newish, but they've still got kind of a flavour of what ones we've had from leagues before. You always have a strong prayer build and a strong prayer relic as well. And Hunter and Fishing are kind of like the two which are paired together. Same with like woodcutting and fletching and all that sort of thing as well. But that is going to wrap up Sunday's version of this. If you guys are on the webpage, I'll try and make sure to put the link in. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I do it. Go and check out the shorts because they do a really good job actually of shorts of just explaining. But I do think in this case, it was much better sort of explained on this as well. However, that is going to wrap this video up for Sunday. Really hope you guys have had a great weekend. Again, there's videos in the corner and in the description if you guys wanted to check it out as well. Please let me know in the comment section below what you guys think to it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.